It's your boy, man. Like, can we talk UFC Tampa for a second? All right, then. How about that up kick from Nico Price? Oh, to the dome. Weren't even an up kick, it was an axe kick. Oh. Take that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, James Vick. That's why when you're grounded and pounding, yeah, you have to be conscious, be aware. James Vick postured up like there was no danger. I'm just gonna come, boom. Who knew? Who knew? I suppose because it's been a while since you've seen one of them. You can't blame James Vick, really. Can kind of forget about the threat of the up kick or up axe kick as it was. Have some of that, mate. Spectacular. Talk to the co-main event for a second. Cobb Swanson, man, how can you not feel happy for that geezer? 34 years old, coming to the end of his UFC career. He's been a stalwart, a blood and guts type fighter, the Arturo Gatti of the mixed martial arts world. Snaps his losing streak, man. He fought really well for the first, I want to say 1.5 rounds. He was brilliant in the first round, because he's a better all-round fighter than Con Gracie. Let's be honest. As sick as Cron is in submissions and on the ground, that's not the start and finish of mixed martial arts. And Cub Swanson has too much experience to let Cron Gracie beat him, or well, he did for the first 1.5 rounds, let's say. And then, as Trevor Whitman rightfully pointed out, he got a little bit tired and started to stray away from the strategy, which was to slip, dip, box and move, avoid the takedown, and started to engage right. He was engaging in the clinch. He was getting a bit lazy with the strategy. He was allowing Cron to threaten with the takedown. He was even in Cron's guard a little bit in round 3, I think. So, nevertheless, man, I suppose you can't hold that against Cobb for getting a little bit tired and having a little bit of a tactical lax, especially round 2, round 3. Ultimately, he gets it done on all 3 scorecards, 30-27. Respect to Cobb Swanson, and was with their respect to Cron Gracie for taking those body punches. Just looks like Nate Diaz at it, the way he just walked down. Still, his stand-up needs to be improved. Quite ironic that Matt Hughes is there in the crowd, because seeing Matt Hughes reminded me of when Royce Gracie came back to take on Matt Hughes and lost and got spanked. Feels like the game has moved on from it just being Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. In fact, the game has moved on a long time. It's 2019 now. You can't just come in there as a dangerous black belt, a Gracie name, and think that's gonna work for you, because it's not gonna work for you. These like Cub Swanson, gonna box and move you all day, keep the fight standing, a bit of takedown defense, a bit of savvy and a bit of nous and a bit of experience. All that Gracie Jiu-Jitsu is not gonna help you, right? Cron Gracie, though, I think he's still learning. He's 31 years old. As far as his stand-up, his boxing, his kickboxing, he's a novice, right? He's a white belt. So those things, I think, as he improves them, I think we'll probably see a better Cron Gracie next time out. Cut to the main event now. Joanna Champion gets it done against Michelle Waterson. I was in awe of Joanna Champion in this main event. Now, I know she as well has overcome adversity, so she's lost a couple of fights. She lost 2 against Rose. She lost another one against Valentina Shevchenko. This for me felt like her rebirth. I thought she was absolutely incredible this fight. Like brilliant all round. Let's talk about her volume, her output. She was first all the time. Her takedown defense was brilliant. Her clinch work off the cage was absolutely incredible. Now she's got 3 inches on Michelle Waterson in height, and I think she's got a longer reach as well. And she used these physical advantages to her benefit. I think she was timing Michelle on her. Michelle was doing that same thing that Holly Holm does, right? Running in with the straight blade, like the charge, you know, similar to what Robert Whittaker was doing against Izzy last week. That charge 1-2. So Joanna was timing Michelle with the left hook as she was coming in with that. Kept timing her, man. Another thing that Joanna does brilliantly, that again manifests brilliantly in this fight. She doesn't commit. She doesn't overcommit in the early rounds. She just touches you with a leg kick, touches you with a teat, touches you with the left hook, touches you with a 1-2. She's not looking to kill you. just investing, giving you something to think about in the early rounds. And then rounds 3, 4, and 5, these things, the investment pays off, right? Because our opponent inevitably is tired. It's just touching you, giving your opponent something to think about. And then ultimately, again, rounds 3, 4, 5, they're tired. They're second guessing themselves. As soon as I move, she's gonna touch me. Is this a feint? Is this a feint low kick that's gonna ultimately come up high? So Michelle you can see Michelle towards the end of the fight kind of second guessing herself, like, you know, one of these ones, she wants to go, but she doesn't want to go. And then she'll go, but she's too far away, so the punches just miss, and then Joanna times the left hook again. Masterful display from Joanna Champion. Really like her, man. She's a genuine thoroughbred of a mixed martial artist. Michelle Waterson, on the other hand, for how she's lovely, her heart, love that girl, man. She's just well-intentioned. I suppose you gotta ask the question though, is Michelle Waterson too well-intentioned to be a high level or the highest level type of mixed martial artist? Is Michelle too nice, smiling when she gets hit all the time, wanting to like touch gloves at the start of every round? You kind of want the best mixed martial artists in the world are a bit mean for me. Where you see Joanna, the way Joanna is on a clinch and she's quick to kind of like detach, get distance, and then come in with the elbow. She's mean, right? Her heart, like she's vicious. Yeah, she smiles and she talks all the good stuff in front of the camera, but you can see the way how she fights. There is a meanness manifest, and I'm not sure Michelle Waterson has that edge. Lovely girl, love her to bits, man, but I just don't think she's cut from a different cloth than your Valentinas and your Roses and your Joanna. She just lacks teeth, you know? Good event anyway, really enjoyed it. What's next? Chris Weidman versus Dominic Reyes, I think, is next week. That's going to be an interesting one. I will surely preview that at some point in the next 5 days, and be sure to catch that. Thank you for watching. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.